Welcome back to Shem's Universe. So today, guys, we're going to discuss Soul Urge number 11 with the Pythagorean numerology system. So the number 11 is, of course, the first master number. So this number consists of the two number ones that has double energy within it, and then the baseline of number 2, which is a base vibration, which a lot of people don't evolve from. So when it's a soul number, to give you guys a little recap, this is who you truly are, your cravings, your innermost desires. In Jungian psychology, we call this the shadow side, the side of yourself that you don't really admit, but it's there. Some people are more in touch with it than others. That's why some people are more successful than others. Because if you're in touch with your soul urge number, you'll be in touch with how you're going to get success. So to go a little more deeper into this, the number 2 is the ultimate feminine energy. So that would mean that as a baseline, you're naturally kind of shy, withdrawn, very intuitive, a high level of endurance, more associated with the water element, and very adaptable to different situations. But this also means that you'd be a subordinate. You may not be the person that gives out orders. You may be the person who would rather receive orders, be the sidekick. If it was Batman, Robin, the number 2 is more so Robin, more so the sidekick, but extremely useful and extremely necessary for real life situations. So that's the thing, is the number 2 is very, very powerful and very, very necessary. And we've been through this in other videos, but I'm going to go back into it today. The number 2 is like a tree that will bend but will not break. The number 2 is also a very intuitive number, and it's very perceptive. It's associated with the moon. When you're associated with the moon, you have a high level of subconscious energy, which leads you to what we'd call the Akashic realm. The Akashic realm is connected with our universe. That's the realm that's always creating new dark matter within the universe. So with that understanding, you understand the number 2, even though it's in the background, it's like our universe. It's in the background all the time. The space is always here, but we don't really acknowledge it. But it's necessary for our existence. The same goes to number 2. It's necessary for our existence altogether. The number 1 now is double. So what we have here is double number 1. So you have 2 sun energies. Solar energy, which is now the masculine, the outgoing, the person that wants to take, the person that's very in the leadership role, the fire. So polar opposites, and that's what makes the 11 so powerful. Because you get these 2 opposite elements that come together and go into one host, which would be you if you're a soul urge number 11. And when you get that, it's really hard to balance these types of energies because you have the most feminine energy and then the most masculine energy put together. What it means is that you have a perfect balance between yin and yang, and with that perfect balance, you have the ability to access things like Kundalini energy, Samadhi, and reaching the Akashic realm altogether. Meaning you have the power to actually perceive things before they happen. You can have paranormal behavior, activities, different powers, different specialties. You can also be psychic. A lot of people would say you're clairvoyant, especially even as a kid, because that's when you're most connected with your soul number. So that's the thing, is that you want to really take your soul number seriously, and you want to take it to the point where if you have a master number there, take it extremely serious, because it's going to affect you in a lot of different ways, and it's going to affect how your whole chart operates, because this is going to be the baseline. This is the base of who you are. To get above from the number 2 to the number 11, you have to first figure out what your purpose is, because the number 2 tends to bring us into the realm of imagination and into just daydreaming. And when that happens, we end up not actually pursuing what's necessary in life. All right, so what you want to do first off is get a grounded, actually achievable purpose. Once you find that achievable purpose, you're able to then use your masculine energy, which is the 2 number 1s, to then achieve it. So what I'm saying is use the number 2's energy, the imagination, the perceptiveness, the intuition, and use those things to sense, using a sixth sense, not our brain, but the sixth sense, and then feel if it's actually a good idea to go towards something. Don't go so far into those feelings that you end up getting some sort of fictitious purpose or vision, where you're living in a $30 billion mansion and you have a helicopter pad on top, and make it so you have goals that are achievable in shorter durations of time so you don't get discouraged. Once you have something like that going, you're then able to use the number 1 energy, which you have double of, to then make it come into practice. If you're able to achieve the number 11 mastery, meaning you're able to utilize the 2 1s, I will then say that you've mastered the number 11, because that's what it really consists of, is that you have feminine energy as the baseline, but you're supposed to use masculine energy to achieve what you want. And it's naturally there for you guys in your soul. When it's an expression number, it would be a natural talent. Soul number is like your deep inner craving. Life path is something that you more so would have to learn, but you also have natural abilities with it. So when you understand that, the soul urge number is the best place to really have the number 11, just because your spirit naturally gravitates towards these type of things, towards the spiritual, towards the occult. And with that, you'll be able to shine in things like maybe law or music or acting, or it could be anything within the arts or social media, just because you have a very widespread influence. And the number 11 is the bridge between consciousness and the subconscious, which is the universe. And you guys are able to actually draw that bridge and show us the way and enlighten us in that sort of sense in your own given way. It doesn't mean it's going to be religious, it could be in a different way. But what you do is going to be, it's going to have a spiritual tangent to it. And that's what's very, very important. So to conclude this though, guys, in order to master it, just understand that you will feel more of the presence of the number 2 at your soul level, but you do also have the fire, which is the 1 behind it. If you're able to utilize the 1 in a proper sequence, meaning taking action towards a grounded, realistic goal, the number 11 will naturally be able to work through you, and you will naturally manifest things to the universe quite easier than you actually would have believed, because you're now using the energy correctly, and when you use the energy correctly, you then attract the things you want with far, far more ease. All right? Career-wise, like I was saying before, I just want to reiterate that a little bit. The music is definitely really, really good. I noticed a lot of soul number 11s end up getting into music. There's also, you guys can be spiritual leaders if you're into any sort of religion, if you want to preach, if you want to just be a spiritual guide for people, a guru, that works as well. Entrepreneurship, a lot of numerologists try to just like sway number 11s away from it, but I would say that you definitely can, because once you have the number 11 mastered, meaning you're utilizing the 2 1s, you'd probably more so be thinking of something along the entrepreneurial lines, meaning maybe starting a business that benefits other people or whatever your interest may be. Another one for the 11s, though, is anything in the medical field. Just because you guys are natural healers, like I said, you guys bring us to the enlightened stage. You guys bring us to the stage of understanding our universe. So when you guys are around people, you naturally have healing properties that people can feel, which is felt through that 2 energy. So you can definitely do anything in the medical field as well. People will appreciate you for it, and you will have good luck through the universe through that. But aside from that, that should conclude the soul number 11 video. If you guys do have any questions regarding the soul number 11 whatsoever, just let me know in the comments, or you can hit me up on my Instagram, Shemsuniverse 8.0. And then if it's a private question, you can also just get at me in the email, shem_roy@hotmail.com. All right, guys. So aside from that, guys, like, subscribe. Let me be back tomorrow, guys. Thank you.